Good morning, everybody. It's COOLA from Rawstocks. We are starting another edition of the pre-market prep. I'm going to try to make this one condensed. We're trying something a little bit new, so bear with me as I fly through your preparation for today. So first and foremost, I want to do a shout out to our sponsors, Black Box Stocks and Gamma Edge. Without those guys, we would not be able to provide this for you every single day. So big shout out to those guys. Make sure you utilize the links in our bios to go check those out so you can get your free trials and your discounts. Today, you're seeing the macros at unemployment claims virtually coming in a little bit less. Virtually what that's saying is that less people are filing for unemployment. Positive, bullish type of data release there. As far as today, we have a lot of Fed speaking and a 30-year bond auction, which could influence the real estate market. Other than that, nothing huge today. Okay, so what we see today is we see a recapture of the daily 4. I want to put you on notice though, okay, for S&P, that this could indicate, or this could serve as a reversal signal, bearish harmonic here, where if we sold down from here, this would give it a reversal signal. So this is your standard type of close, and then you would see a close below. So be very careful and watch that daily 4 here as we as we open today and see what type of price action we have. If we do start breaking below that daily 4, I will open up another little short for the market and see if this thing wants to just a little lotto and just see if it wants to pull back. But as of right now, I wouldn't take a huge short for anything that is above the daily 4, just to be clear. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the data real quick. Okay, so SPY virtually has a supply and demand 620 and 625. It's called dominated gamma conditions. Pretty positive net gex here, so virtually means that we are pretty bullish here today. Switch over to SPY. Yesterday's range here, 625 to 620, positive gamma into that 621 area. We went and tested that. That was that 6035 area that we were monitoring, excuse me, 6035, and or 6325, 6235. Golly, it's a little early. Anyway, so contained in the range, nice little buy there, nice little push into later into the day. The data, this data is no longer valid. So let's pull this back up. 625, 620. 625, 620. Range remains the same today. Okay. One thing I want to point out, if we do break over the top of 625, even though that's the top of our range, I need you to look at where these shorts are starting to happen. These are people selling calls most likely into this 628 and 630 area. So watch 625 to be broken for some type of directional day towards 628 all the way up into this range. Okay. That's something you need to monitor. VIX implied virtually, let's see, let's come here, VIX, we're right around 1% today. So if you take yesterday's close, let's look, 1% puts us at 630 to the upside, and then also 1% puts us down as low as 618, so that would be 6200. So that's our range for today. You'll see this update. This is trend box here if you're not aware of it, but nice little close over our daily 4 here. So we're looking for some type of push up towards the top of this range, as we are still in a bullish sense. So right now, range 625 all the way down to 620. You're short at 625 area. Looking for it to hold underneath it, and if it is, if it does press down, watch for that 620 visit. Let's take a look at SPX real quick. Make sure that it has confluence. Nice little play for us yesterday. We were looking for the bounce off our 62.35 area and see if we can press and retest the 62.60, and that's exactly what happened. We did take an exit right here on the pivot, the first one after we bought here. Missed out on about another additional 40% overall weighting. But sometimes it's best just to do it for theta reasons. Okay, let's take a look at the data on SPX. Full complex here, call dominated, kind of neutral, but nothing for a full complex. Little low on contracts today, 239,000. Again, low on contracts. 6230 and 6300 is our range here, so let's adjust accordingly. So this has risen towards 6230, and this has expanded towards 6300, our key level here. Okay, so this probably aligns more with the 628 visit where that short is. And then you see the expansion past that on SPY, but I imagine that this will be your containment near that 6300 level. I don't necessarily seeing us surpass that, but I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong. Let's take a look at the data. Yeah, it's all green lights above our transitional zone at 6260. So 6260 is virtually yesterday's high. If we do break over the top of that, that's where we were targeting yesterday. It was a transitional area, so keep an eye on 6260 here. Uh-oh. Those 6260 here is your transitional area. You need to watch and see if we get over the top of that. If we get over the top of that, then we have a potential move up towards up towards our top of our range at 6300. It's where majority of our gamma wall is. And let's see about Tesla. Oh, if you stay underneath 6260, if you slip 6260, I think you need to watch for a potential move down towards that 6230 level. Okay, yes, that 6235 level is probably the most accurate, but I feel like this is more of an upside based on the data we're seeing. Taking a look at Tesla full complex, 280 still remains huge. 250 is growing, which is interesting, but floor remains at 280, 320 to the upside, and a ton of shorts into this range, right? This is a lot of calls being sold up in this range. So yesterday we talked about this on Tesla. Oops. We talked about 300 being your transitional zone and acting as resistance for a move down towards that 292 area. It did press down towards that 293, but didn't get the full move. We talked about the one-stop visit towards consolidation here, and then really generally goes from there and retests some zones. We talked about buying in this zone for a test back at 300, and you're seeing it actually right now over the top of 302. All right, let's remove this. So as it stands right now, data shows supply at 300. We're over the top of 300, so this definitely can move into towards that 310. This is where our net delta kind of splits here. 310 would be your upside target here. So stands at 301. Watch the check at 300 at open. So watch the sell down towards 300. If we slip 300, you could definitely start to see this thing kind of slide. Probably down in towards this 290 area. I don't see it really going past that. This would be this is still 285 still the bottom, right? I don't really see it getting past 290, but I could be wrong. But I'm more favored towards the upside, move towards 310, and then maybe a consolidation range between 310 and 300. And then if you slip outside these barriers, watch for 290 or even expansion towards that 320 level up here. It's a decent amount of calls open, but they are being sold on. So watch for that to kind of flip and look, see if it draws it into that level there. Okay. So watch the expansion over 310, watch the breakdown below 300. Otherwise, watch your range here. Okay, flipping over to NVIDIA. NVIDIA did exactly what we thought as well. It busted out of the gate. We talked about a potential gamma squeeze directional day over 160. Well, it definitely got the squeeze out of here into that 165 level that we were looking for. But then it just got sold on and chopped and chopped and chopped and chopped. And you could see a huge sell was going on here near this 163.5. It kept going up here and kept getting sold on. And today we're seeing a gap up near 164.38. How does that do against the data? So full complex here, call dominated, very much call dominated here. 165 is going to be a huge wall, as you can see. 165 here. Break over the top of that though, and you're going to again move into some type of gamma squeeze. If we dial into just this week, you can see that 165 stands as the wall, but seeing something move towards that 170 level if we do break over the top of the 165. So watch 165 act as resistance here. We're going to act as resistance. We're going to expand this 165 to 157.5, or right here, and then 157. Well, I guess it still stands there. So keep an eye on this. It's going to look potentially bullish, breaking out yesterday's high, but the gamma wall sits right here. So watch for this to act as liquidity for a potential move back down towards that 160 move. I don't really foresee that happening. I find this more going to likely chop. And if we do break over the top of that, watch for a move towards that 170 level. Okay. Another gamma squeeze directional day over the top of 165, but I imagine we're likely going to get sold on. We'll come revisit this area, likely this key level here at 163.5. Watch for it to open near here, get sold on, test this 163.5, and then create some type of AM session between 165 and 163.5. If we do slip this area, like I said, watch for these lows to be a target. And then see if that wants to create a new range here. But the floor is all the way at 157.5. I think you need to be watching for big whales to be dumping on NVIDIA here at 165. Okay. Okay, so we covered Tesla, we covered SPY, we covered NVIDIA. That was the blitz for this morning. If you're interested in getting access to this early, and you don't have to be a premium member, just need to be in the Discord. So join us at rawstocksllc.com. Come and take a look at what we do, trade with us. We got 6 analysts and much, much more. Use code $1 at checkout to be able to get your access for your first month free, or first month for $1. Okay. Rawstocksllc.com. Come join us. Get access to this for free. Otherwise, you're going to see it with everybody else at the market open. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. Make sure you subscribe. And until next time, we'll catch you later.